Come right back out of the screen. All right, hey everybody, it's episode 56. Making it up as we go. I'm your host Ryan, and here's Mr. Paul Corliss and Paul Hammerquist.
Hello.
And Sean Klondike. Hey! How's everybody doing?
Good.
That's good.
Wonderful.
Ready to have a good show tonight?
If I don't crash.
Yeah. I don't know, whose show are you going on? Because it's all good here.
Yeah.
Oh man, what a week! Well, thanks for everybody for joining us for another week and another episode. Hopefully, we'll have a fun time and we'll chat about stuff. So good stuff. I guess we'll get started with the usuals. What we've been working on this week. Sean, have you been working on anything this week?
Pretty much this week has been pumping out projects as far as orders.
Nice.
And then past few days trying to get my computer properly working.
Yeah,
We'll
you were
find
having
out.
some problems last week.
Oh, dude. So apparently, along with the malware, some of my drivers became corrupt. So I dumped every driver I had in the PC and reinstalled them. We'll see.
Wow. Yeah, well, hopefully I fixed it for you.
Cross the fingers. Oh, and then I added a couple more goodies up here.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, paper towel holder. I see that.
Okay.
And some other tool stuff.
Let's see here, calipers and for my torch and scraper and Allen keys, and it's really nice. It's going together really cool.
Sweet. Very cool. Yeah, it looks good. Very good. What about you, Mr. Corliss?
Well, let's see. I since I have some clock mechanisms to deal with, I downloaded the plans for the clock that Southpaw designed.
Oh yeah, okay.
The circular clock. I downloaded those plans. I think I'm going to make one of those.
Nice. Yeah, we'll get into that one here in a little bit.
And I picked up some matte filament, and I think I'm going to redo my parts for the dune buggy, like the engine and the suspension and stuff like that, in matte black instead of the gloss stuff. Just
Cool.
To see how it comes out.
Yeah, nice. Very good. Mr. Hammerquist, anything from you, sir?
Just doing some 3D printing again.
Oh,
Got
nice.
some fun wall decorations here.
Ooh.
Lying in the silk, and then can just easily be hung up with a little art bracket in the back and goes flush
cool.
against the wall. So made a bunch of these. Tried out this new silk, pink and gold, or gold. I can't remember the name. Something pink, something gold.
That one really stands out for colors.
Yeah, so got three total lion heads. They're going to go up on the wall. Just got to wait for some furniture to get in, make sure it matches before I go putting stuff up. And then designed a controller.
Oh, sweet.
And can kind of play Minecraft with it. So,
Very cool.
but I would not recommend it. Not yet. So, but 3D printed that. All this was just a kit. So it was
Sweet. Very sweet.
You have a question about what filament brand?
Yeah.
Which
Sorry,
Oh.
Paul.
which one?
What
Oh, no,
filament you're
which-
using?
The black or the silk?
The silk.
Silk. There's Sunlu and Flash Forge. So the tricolor is Sunlu and the dual color is Flash Forge.
Sweet. Very cool. Yeah. Harry says On the left, we got Team Gray, and on the right, Team Red. Yeah, good deal. Good deal. All right, well, that's awesome. Good job on that stuff. So, so you bought, it was a controller kit. that you got
So yeah,
Amazon?
all the buttons and the joystick were, bundled together, so I didn't have to go buy them individually. And then I used Illustrator to just kind of lay out my game plan, import it into Blender, and then Blender to Bamboo Studios and
Sweet.
printed it up. And I
I
promise that was just first one. All went perfect according to plan. No mistakes.
They always go perfect first time.
Yeah. No wasted filament at all.
That wasn't wasted. It was a test. Tolerance test.
Tolerance tests, right?
Yeah.
Just making sure with tolerances were right.
Yeah. And they weren't, because obviously you had to print out another one.
Well, you can tell the first one's a test because it's in white instead of black.
Yeah. And then I totally forgot to print I had it all designed, but I forgot to actually extrude all the bottom parts so I could screw the bottom on.
Oops.
Womp womp.
It's version 1. How about that?
Yeah.
There we go.
Well, the cool thing though with that is you can also use it for your arcade games too.
Or your CNC machine.
Yeah, very true.
My son is taking guitar lessons at this place, and they have 2 of the arcade 1-ups there. They have Pac-Man and a Miss Pac-Man one. Well, the Miss Pac-Man, the screen is blown out or something, and it doesn't work. I've been trying to get him to sell that one to me so I can redo it. It's like, well, if that one doesn't work and you want to get rid of it, you just let me know. I'll bring the truck with me and throw it in there. And he's like, what would you do with it? I was like, I'd fix it. I'll put a new screen in it and put a Raspberry Pi in there and have 10,000 games. So,
There you go.
yeah. But yeah, it's pretty funny. I was showing him I've been working on a couple things this week. I tried Pet G for the first time. I hadn't played with Pet G filament, and so I've been working on my production versions of my tree halos. So it looks lighter green than what it really is in real life, but this is the production version of it. So those are pretty sweet. So I've been printing the crap out of those.
That almost looks injection molded.
It does. It looks pretty good. I'm really impressed with it. I only had one out of the whole roll of filament. This is Overture Pet G in Army Green, which has like a little bit of yellow in it, but it looks good. I only had one like major failure with it where it just printed like the first third of it and then just came off the bed or something, and it was Spaghetti City. But the rest of it was really good. So gotta start getting those things ready. And
Now,
then
did you have to change any settings, or did you use Bamboo's?
I just used
Pet G?
Bamboo's. Yeah. I just used their stock settings for the Pet G and ran with it. So
Because in the Facebook group, I see it's like 50-50. People saying just use the stock, and other people like, no, the stock doesn't work for Pet G.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I used the one that I put in there was the generic Pet G, and that was the setting that I used, and it did really well. Pretty happy with them. The other thing I've been working on is a couple weeks ago we were talking about the those maker coins and all that. So let me blow myself up here. So I've been working on a maker coin, and so there's the front of it, and then when you flip it over there, you get it's a fuck. So you if you need to, you can give it to somebody. So you can
Who needs one?
give a fuck to somebody. So but yeah, I ended up today. I got about 18 of them or so, and I think they're going to go out to all of our channel members. As a thank you for being a channel member. Probably would help if we
That's
actually had
cool.
channel members, but so they'll just sit here on my desk. So, but
Now, how long did it take to do a bed of those?
it was supposed to be about 8 hours for all of them. It was I lost I don't know. The cool thing with Makers, with Bamboo Studio, is that if you see something failing, you can select it and you can skip that one, and it'll skip it immediately. There's no second thought about it. And so I saw a couple of them that were not doing this writing. This writing is too small to be doing on a 40 millimeter coin. But I mean, it worked pretty good. But so I was having a couple of failures because of that. But I was able to just, when I see it, I would just select that one and just say skip you, and we'll just keep on going. And so, Kenneth has my thoughts exactly. I have 18 Fs to give.
Yeah.
And Harry, we should do a maker coin contest. Either make your own coin or design a coin for Mr. Gadden. So, we were actually kind of talking about maybe doing a like a coin thing or something like that. So, we're going to give it a little more talking about it and see if we can come up with something. You know, we do have something else that's coming up soon. So I don't know if we'll be able to do this maker coin thing before then. Because there's a certain challenge that's coming up sooner than later. But that some people are going to probably have to start on pretty soon.
Are you talking to this side of the screen? The ones in a certain colorway.
We'll see. But yeah. So anyway, it was fun making these things, and I might try to make some more or change them a little bit, or what have you. So I don't know. They're all going to go out to our channel members. I.e. sit on the desk because we don't have any channel members. I don't know if my mother would be a channel member, but whatever. But yeah, so it was fun. Trying to think of anything else working on this week. No, not really. That was about it. Figuring out how to do the coin it took me a little bit to get it figured out, how to make it work and make it work properly. So I might be doing a video on that, just to, let the 13 people that are going to watch it see how to make a coin if they want to.
You mean 13 million?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah. Nope. 13.
I'll look into the future.
Yeah. Right.
Know.
Yep. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Well, let's start yammering on about everything else that's been going on. And as always, make sure that we're supporting our buddy Cody over there at ginnybits.com. He put up a really funny thing today about about a meeting for the Collets and all that on Facebook. It was pretty funny. I enjoyed it. It made me laugh. And they were meeting at X0, Y0, Z0. Good job, Mr. Cody. Good job. So, all right. Well, let's get moving here. We'll start yammering on. I said yammering more than once tonight. I don't know what's up with that. But let's switch us to our little corners there so we can all see it. There we go. First one we'll talk about is BV3D. He has one of the A1s, and there's been question about like, oh, if you there's some mounts for their AMS systems because they they take up a lot of space to have the AMS sitting next to it and all this stuff. I mean, it basically would take up the area of 2 printers in one for one to be used. So somebody has come up with a nice mount that goes across the top crossbar, and so he was testing to see if having an extra 8 or 9 pounds on top of the machine would affect the print quality and all that. And he said no, it all looked pretty much the same. So, as usual, if you want to see any of these videos, I put links to them in the description of the video. So go check them out. But yeah. So it was a pretty good video because he did pretty good scientific stuff with it as far as in the prints were concerned. Oh, he's gone. He's gone.
We need a counter.
There's one.
One.
Yeah, he didn't make it through the first half of the show even.
No. So
I'd say the driver wasn't the problem.
maybe the one that's driving the computer's the problem. But yeah, so yeah, it was a good video. It just came out like a day or so ago, and it was pretty good. He did like an Eiffel Tower print and stuff like that, and worked out well. So if anybody's thinking about getting one of these A1s, put the thing on top and call it a day. You'll be good to go. But earlier in the week, he actually came out with another video on 3D printing shoes. So Croc style, I guess. Even though I think somebody in the comments, he said that somebody in the comments said that the model, it actually says like Crocs in it and stuff like that. Like the guy refers to it as, it's like, man, you're gonna get taken down by a big company if you don't watch yourself. So, but yeah, he prints these out of TPU. Kind of printed them up at an angle on his printer, and it worked out pretty neat. I guess wear them around the house or something.
I was thinking for the cruise.
Yeah.
Well, that's where I was like, oh, because that would be the only place I'd wear those.
Yeah.
Besides the house. But then I was like, you can make custom made sandals for different genres.
Oh yeah.
Like different, you can do Star Trek, Star Wars, basketball, just really not infringe on other people's IP. I mean,
Well, if they're for yourself.
Yes, for yourself, and you only made 8 copies. Yeah.
You could make a pair with Captain Kirk on the top.
There you go. I think the accessories for Crocs is a pretty good thing, or a big thing. I've seen people make they make tracks that go on the side, and then like the front has like a bulldozer. I've seen all kinds of stuff. No.
Oh yeah, and they also have for the little holes, like on the kids ones, the little charm things.
Yeah.
You
would think that would like rub on your feet or something. I don't know.
They're kids. They're more about style than function.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't ask me how I know that.
Yeah, I hear you. All right, well, moving on then. Joel Telling over at 3D Printing Nerd, he got his Orange Storm Giga actually printing good now, evidently, but he changed the name of it to Blue Storm something or other. I forget what he called it. So this is the little model that's been going around on the internet recently, and it's like it's a 2-piece model, and they fit in each other. You can put the red part into the blue part, or the blue part on top of the red part, whatever, and it like threads itself together. And he just made a really big one, and yeah, those things are massive. That's a lot of filament. to make that stuff. But it'd be pretty fun to do something like if you sold those. Like I think those would be good at like a market or something like that. Yeah, people are selling the dragons and all this other stuff. But I think these things would do really well in a normal size, like as a fidgety spinnery thing, because you could have different colors of each piece, and then they pick whatever colors they want, and you could sell them that way. I think that would be a good idea. But yeah, it's pretty neat model, and it was pretty huge.
Just so you know, Mr. Elkins is out in the chat.
Oh, is he?
He is.
Oh, you heard us talking about
Hey,
him.
Sean's back.
Yeah, get that counter going.
Yeah, we got it going already.
I don't think drivers are the problem.
I'm gonna try without my ears. Let me get this. There we go. Echo going.
Good stuff. Yeah. So yeah, Sean, we were just talking about Joel Telling's Blue Storm something or other that he renamed his printer. And making some big. I wouldn't do that if I were you. You're asking for it.
As you can see, I don't have my ears on. We're gonna. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Paul.
Get pen ready.
All right.
Yeah. Well, you can see down there that the size that they normally print out, at least, down there, and and what he blew it up to. So it, I think he said it's like 700% or something like that.
It's big.
And side note, how much money is PCBWay spending on all these content creators? Holy crap. Every video I watch, it's hey, this is brought to you by PCBWay, PCBWay. Man, they are spending some money.
Wasn't it like 12 kilos or something like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was a lot of filament.
20 some pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but yeah. Oh, there he is. He's showing how it kind of functions. But pretty neat. I think those things would be a big seller if somebody wanted to sell them. So, all right. Well, moving on, we'll do a CNC one next. Ooh, Mr. James Dean Designs did a pretty cool looking wine bottle holder on his CNC, and walks you through the whole process on doing it in Fusion and how to create it.
Carveco.
Oh, was it Carveco? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, my bad. That's right. I always forget that he's a Carveco guy. But yeah, he makes pretty neat looking. I like it. It's very unique. Would probably sell pretty good, I would think.
And simple.
Yeah. Very, very simple, easy to do project. So,
But it looks elegant.
Yeah.
It definitely has a good design to it. I like it. So,
I was like, can you 3D print it?
Oh, I bet you did.
I'm sure you could. If you have a big enough printer, you could do all three. But you might be able to do two with a mid-sized printer,
or offset that middle one where it's coming out.
Oh yeah. So I've never used Carveco Maker. Have you guys used it?
No.
The on CNC with me, there's a bunch of people that use it, and evidently it's pretty good. I don't even play with my Vectric that I bought, so I'm not going to try yet another software. I'm just starting to get the hang of Fusion a little bit, but yeah, cool. But yeah, it's good project. Turned out good. So, all right, moving on. We'll go to Mr. Hamilton Dilbeck. This was his last video of the month for Christmas in July, and it was a countdown calendar. And he had made one before, I guess, and couldn't find it, so he was like, "Well, I'll take this opportunity to make a new one." And so he made made one that's got Santa that goes down the chimney, basically, I guess. So pretty neat little project. I think it looked good. So you could do like the 12 days of Christmas, or you could do 24, whatever. They worked out pretty cool. I dug it. He said he's got something going on starting next week. He's got CNC against me, but he didn't elaborate what that means. So I guess we'll find out next week what that's all about. But pretty cool. Yeah, he had some good projects on it. I don't know if he's doing the Make Timber or not this year. I haven't heard. So, but Make Timber is usually a fun time. All right. Moving on then. For the next one here, we got MM's Prop Shop. She was doing an A1 video as well. I guess they had just sent one out to her. This is a long one, but it went by really quickly. We've talked about her a couple times, I think, before, because of some of the stuff that she builds. She does like 3D prints droids and stuff like that. And in this one, she was trying out this printer. She had made coasters, kind of using somewhat. I think those were designs that were already out there, but they came out like insanely clean. But it's kind of using the same process as what I did with the with these maker coins. But she does a droid that's in this video, and man, is it cool! Instead of doing it, like instead of painting it, she did it in the colors that she was going to use. It's actually right there behind her. But the thing that I thought was really cool about it was the like for the shadow lines of the panels and all that. In Bamboo Studio, she painted those lines inside that are recessed black, and it kind of like outlines it and makes it give a little more depth and stuff like that. There you can kind of see it. And I was like, man, that's a great idea. If I was printing this thing out like that, I would have just printed it all in a solid color or something. I wouldn't have thought about doing the grooves a different color to give it more weathery depth to it and stuff like that. So, but she's her painting skills are insane. Yeah. I think I've talked about that before, but yeah, this one she just did all printing stuff, and it was pretty good. I dug the coasters. I thought those were pretty neat. All right. Moving on. Oh, this will be interesting to talk about. Nathan Builds Robots. Is 3D printing safe? Nathan got himself a really good camera and a microscope. Oh, wow. And he's taken some. I mean, that looks. I mean, that's a close up of some whatchamacallit, some filament, like a print, and it looks like a hellscape, like forest. It's insanity.
Isn't that the carbon fiber?
Yeah. So, and in watching this too, like, so he's talking about like getting carbon fiber like in your skin and all that stuff, which carbon fiber is not very good for you. But like in thinking about it, I was thinking about it just as when car guys are using carbon fiber, or like, to put it down, basically like fiberglass and all that, you gotta wear gloves and everything else, because you're gonna get that crap in your skin,
especially a respirator.
Yeah, if you're cutting it and everything. And yet, we got carbon fiber filament and nobody does anything with it. But it really should be sealed and all that before you're handling it, because you're going to get these shards of carbon in your skin.
I like his sealing method.
Yeah,
Super glue.
the super glue, just rubbing super glue
Puts a
on
super
it.
glue on it.
Yeah, that's what he does when he gets a cut too. He just rubs super glue on it.
I've done that before.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah. But yeah, he's rough. He just here you go. Yeah, we got. There's our clear coat of super glue, and it worked. Yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, he's been playing with his microscope and all that good stuff. But man, what's getting super close in like that with cameras and stuff is
It's
it
kind of
always
cool.
looks so wild. You just don't think that it would be that crazy looking like up close, but it really is. So,
Yeah, it's especially when it compares the hair to the fibers.
yeah,
Like how much thicker a piece of hair is than those. I was just like, oh,
yeah, it really messes with your head.
yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Nathan always puts out a good video, and this one evidently is taken off because it's got 71,000 video views on it, and that was earlier
73.
today. So it's doing pretty good for him. So good stuff.
Well, I guess the question is, should they do something about it?
I mean,
Because think about that SLS printer, right? Everyone
Yeah.
was, saying put on gloves, have, respirator with any of the dust and all that. I mean, isn't that close to the same thing?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, but it makes sense. Like you should, if you're handling carbon fiber filament that's not sealed, you probably should be wearing gloves or something to protect your skin. I mean, is it bad enough that you really need to? I don't know. But
I don't think it's
Probably should.
carcinogenic.
yeah.
Well, I
Just
mean,
more
but
of an irritant.
well, what about, because like he was saying, when you're printing all that and that the print head and all that soot that's coming up and those fibers are, I mean, I know same thing happened with the PLA, but that carbon fiber, is that getting in the air? And
Yeah.
because that's the only thing he didn't get into. He was like, what are the air particulates? Like, he kind of slightly touched on that, but was mainly worried about the threads and handling.
I think a lot of the people have done like hey, what's the air quality of a 3D printer like? But I don't think they've done it with the carbon fiber filaments on that. Usually they do it with like PLA and the normal stuff.
I don't think you're getting the carbon fiber hot enough to extrude any gases.
I don't think it's the gases. I think it's just floating around in the air. Because if you have the little carbon rods and all that, people are modifying carbon rods for printers and stuff like that, and you buy them off of eBay or Amazon or something, and you're supposed to wet it all down and keep it wear a respirator and stuff with it, because of cutting it you can breathe that crap in, and that's not good for you.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll put my asbestos mask on and get after it. But yeah, it definitely does make you think. I mean, if I have the opportunity to use the carbon fiber filament for something, I probably would at least wear gloves while handling it, and then seal it with something.
Well, my thought is, if it was extremely bad, they wouldn't be able to ship to California unless it has a sticker on it.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, maybe nobody's thought about it.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause-
California would think about it.
Oh yeah, well, yeah. California thinks about everything. But yeah, interesting though. I think it's worth keeping an eye out for, I guess. Let's see here. Just poking my head over there to see if there's anything on there that we needed to put up in here, but we'll keep on rolling. All right. Ooh, Mr. Paul Hammerquist is going to be really excited about this one. The alt mill. The alt mill's here. Dun, dun, dun,
I did not
dun.
get that one.
Man, look at that machine. That's a good machine. So yeah, so they've I guess they finally are releasing the alt mill. What a good package that is too, because they're not cheaping out on you. It's not just a tabletop thing. They're shipping you legs and everything for that sucker.
And the price isn't bad at all.
No, and yeah, for what you're getting, the price you're paying for what you're getting is a very good, capable machine.
Now, I did go to their website, and I've noticed if you look at the previous mills, this size for that price, usually it's belt driven, and this is all screws.
Mhm. Yeah, they're crushing it. Yeah, that video. They also put that video out too.
Yeah.
They made a guitar out of a block of billet aluminum, and it was just hogging. It was getting after it. Yeah, that's cool machine. I like that it comes with the legs. It comes, it's ready to move.
Yeah.
So,
As long as you have the spindle.
yeah.
Well, you can get it. You can get. Well, it comes two choices: with or without. And like for myself, I've got a spindle and a VFD, so I'd go with the without. And it's only like $1,000 more with.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just saying no router. Don't use your
Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. This is not meant for a router. They're
Yeah.
intending you to use a spindle on
spindle. Yeah, to get those speeds. So it's more than just the metal, extrusions and
it. Yeah.
all that.
It's an animal.
Yeah.
No. I love how they have all this custom made extrusion for it and everything. And that's going to be a beast of a machine. I'd like to go check one out just to see one live. Hopefully next year at the. Hopefully they'll come down to what's that, the Workbench Con or something. So Paul, the super longboard that they have on that, they don't have a version of it that's an all-in-one thing, right? They only have it like it's the controller with the everything built into it, but it's not like the Maslow where you just have a screen that goes onto it or anything.
Right. You still need a computer. So, and you gotta, I haven't looked into it recently, but so like, cause I have the MK2 and I have the normal, motors. So the controls are on the board, but because they're closed loop, the super long board for those, they don't have those on that version of super long board. So I don't know if they're selling it separately. So if it was something, you wanted to replace an older machine or upgrade it that had stepper motors, it's a pretty good board. It does use Gerbil HAL. So some people have been having some issues with that.
Huh.
So, but yeah, it's just a standalone controller, 2 versions of it. I've installed mine and then I got a Bamboo.
yeah.
And then I stopped looking at everything.
Okay. To be fair though, it was summer. So I kind of was like,
Oh yeah.
I'm done being in the garage, and electricity bills have already been stupid. Let's just say that. That's the nice word, not the word I say when I see how much it is. And I'm good at 4:00 in the morning. I wake up, I turn the AC back up. We got blackout curtain and it's still stupid. And it's been nice. It was only 90 today.
Yeah. Yep. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, so hopefully we'll see somebody. Hopefully one of our friends out there somewhere will get one of these things so we can get a closer look at it and see what they really think of it. But the guys over there at CNC Labs make good quality stuff, so I'm sure it's a machine. So Pretty sweet. Good deal. Next one is we're going into Slice Engineering. So Slice Engineering, for those that don't know, they are makers of they make hot ends and make products and stuff like that. But they did this interview with this guy that is on Sean's thing right now. And this guy is the CEO of Crater. And what it is they're making 3D printers that they're trying to get into like DOD and for the military to use and stuff like that. And it's pretty sick. They're printing while, driving around. They're printing while, getting banged around. In the video, they're printing and he's like dropping it repeatedly, and it's not losing steps, stuff like that. And, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool story behind it. They actually have like a spot at Camp Pendleton, and that they're working with the military trying to develop this thing and get it where it needs to be. Yeah.
Anyone else notice which branch they did not mention?
Oh, Space Force?
Air Force.
Air Force. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. 2 they didn't mention, but I forget about Space Force. I always think that's just a TV show with Steve Carell.
Yeah. Yeah, they didn't mention Air Force, did they? Not yet.
No.
Well, I mean, I don't know how many or what type of aircraft products they'd be able to produce in the field, but I guess they could if you needed to.
Yeah.
But most of those guys, like, they don't land just in the middle of the woods, not on purpose. Land and stay, I guess, is the right thing. But yeah, what a cool machine. I hope those guys can continue to kill it because it sounds like they're doing really good.
Yeah, I mean, I get it having a 3D printer out in the what are they? Oh, I forget. I'm not military. My brother was. He knows the right words. Out in the field. Yeah, he would have said some other word though. He likes to always sound smarter than me. But I mean, I get it, but like, would they really be needing to print on the go? Is it that? I don't know. It's a serious question. That's why I'm like, I could see in the Navy on a ship being able to, hey, let's print this part. That makes sense. But I don't see a bunch of Marines driving down the road going, we got to have this print ready by the time we get to our destination,
You could, though. I mean,
I don't know. That's why I was kind of like, I was a little confused on that part, being.
I guess it sounds like it has like battery stuff built into it too, so that it can do that and just keep going.
I believe. Yeah.
So, sometimes you got to pick up and roll, and, you can't just, you
keep
wouldn't
printing.
Want to shut the print down.
Yeah.
If you got to throw shit in the truck and go. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's going to have its place. I mean, it wouldn't be for like infantry people, but
I think that's what I think when I hear Marines. That's all I really think.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Now, real quick, is the space station part of Space Force?
No,
because if it is, it's not. Okay, I was going to say if it is, they do have a 3D printer on the space station.
Yeah. I know that they do have printers up there on the station.
And they've been printing tools and miscellaneous things. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, they just did something new up there too, didn't they? They
stranded a bunch of astronauts.
Well, yeah, besides one astronaut.
Yeah, they're going to print a new capsule.
Yeah, I think they're going to be up there for a while.
Yeah,
they're gonna have to wait for another flight back. I don't think what they flew up there on is going to make it back.
I just want to hear the phone call.
Yeah.
So yeah, Elon.
That shit ain't making it home.
Because is that Bezos' company?
Yeah, right.
The origin or Boeing.
or is it Boeing? I,
Oh,
oh, Boeing.
Yeah, the one that's up there is Boeing.
That's even
Boring,
worse, man.
boring.
You know, aviation. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I don't think whatever they flew up there on is
Mhm.
going to make it back.
Well, what's
I don't know if I'd
interesting
want to
is
get into that. Like I'd be like,
They
I'm
knew-
okay hanging out here for a few months until the
they
next
knew
group
they
come
had
up.
problems when it went up there.
Yeah,
That's just
they're kind of lucky they made it.
yeah.
You know?
Hey, I mean, I watched a deal on the Apollo program today, and they went up with rockets that had less processing power than what
Yeah.
we carry around with us
Yeah.
every
Oh
day.
yeah.
You're telling me you can't? Oh, okay.
Figure it out. Figure it out, smart people. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's pretty interesting. Oh,
Harry's
All right.
comment.
I didn't see it. Go back here.
Oh,
When I'm staying up, not like the 737 Super Max.
mm.
Harry got that one. Good stuff. All right. Moving on. So Sunlu has come out with a new filament joiner thing. And a couple of videos have come out on that over this week. Uncle Jesse had problems with his. But I think that's because he screwed around with it. Like he shows you, he's like turning it on, and then he's immediately going, "All right, the temperature's going way up. We're pushing this way up," and then he has all kinds of problems with it. It's like everybody else I've seen do this, they just left it alone and tried it with what it was, and it worked fine. So I think
Kinda
his problems were self-induced. Oh. But if you don't have an AMS, I can see where this thing would come in handy. But if you have a bamboo with a multi-material thing, I don't think it's worth anything. Like, well, I mean, it's only $35, so it's not like it's an expensive thing to have for joining the filament together. But I mean, if you have an AMS,
See, now
you can just tell it to go.
here's where I'm going to step in, because I've had filament where when they spool it up and they hook it into the spool,
Yeah.
I've had it lock into the spool and
Oh
not
yeah.
pop out. So with this, you could actually unwind it, and if you ran into that problem, you can just cut it right off and then splice it in the next roll.
Yeah.
And
Go ahead.
sorry, the bamboo. If you have any of the refillments from bamboo and it's taped onto the cardboard tube, you take a picture of it and send it in. They'll give you a gift card.
Huh.
Oh, that's
Because
cool.
it's not supposed to be taped in. Sorry, you said taped, and I was like, so if anyone's watching that happened to you, I'm waiting to see about my black and white ones, because they've been horrible. They keep getting caught. They were wound improperly. So sorry to interrupt you on that, but
No, you're
No,
fine.
that's a good point.
so get your money.
Yeah. Look, there he is. He's like jacking up the
Cranking it up.
temperatures on it. But everybody else I saw that did it was Aura Tech. I saw had a video out that she played with this thing, and there's a couple other people that had them. But
The only thing too I noticed is you do have to get more of the PTF tubing.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the only drawback, but it's understandable.
Well, I think too I think what is it? You can order like an extra 200 of those little tube things for like $5
Oh,
or
that's
something
not
like that.
That's not.
And it comes with like 200 of them. So not a horrible cost for it. I mean, shoot, you got 400, probably going to last you 5 years, I would imagine. I don't know if I would ever have needed to do 200, filament joints or whatever.
By the
But,
time I needed the other 200, I wouldn't know where they were.
that Alzheimer's will get you, Paul.
Right.
Now, didn't he say he did have issues with after connecting several of those together and running it all the way through?
Yeah, he was having, but I think that was because he was messing with the temperatures.
Temperature, what's that? Okay, I couldn't remember.
I think it got squished too much and was getting bulged out. Because when you see the videos from other folks when they're doing them, I mean it's perfectly straight. Yeah. And also he's like he's filming it while he's doing them, so he's got the thing facing away from him. And which is kind of an awkward way to even hold the stuff. So maybe that also had something to do with it. But
I don't know. I love Uncle Jesse, but isn't he a little accident prone?
yeah, that's why I identify with him. And it's because of him is why my son got that piece of shit one back there. He introduced me to the guy that gave it to my son.
Oh, that's too awesome.
Nice guy, though. Nice guy.
Yeah.
But let me tell you a quick story. So my son has the Anycubic Cobra 2. That's sitting right there. Mm-hmm. And when we were messing with it several months ago, getting it to print and all that, we had a big glob of doom show up on the hot end, and it broke the fan shroud for the part cooling fan. And I looked at it, and it's a 3D printed piece. So I was looking around on their Facebook group and all that. I did find somebody that had modeled one up, but it wasn't the original one. So I wanted the original one. So I sent these guys an email, Anycubic. I sent them an email, and I said, "Hey, I have this. I have a Cobra 2. I need a another. I need the STL for the fan shroud so I can print another one. It's a 3D printed part. You should be able to have both." They were like, "Well, show us a video." So I sent them a video of it, showing them that the thing is all melted and crapped out. And then they were like, they sent me a link to purchase another one. And I'm like, no, I have a 3D printer here that I'm trying to fix. So I don't want to buy a 3D printed part that you're probably printing on one of these things anyway. Oh, so it so irritated me. But yeah. So I printed out the one from that the other guy had made and threw it on there. It doesn't work so great, but at least it functions. But anyway, yeah, not happy with that printer. All right, moving on. Now Paul can talk about this one. Yeah. So Southpaw Designs likes to sell these clocks, the date time clocks or whatever, and he came out with a new version, which is a 2-ring one instead of the 3-ring one. I didn't quite understand how it was less fragile.
I didn't either. I
don't
don't
make any
understand
sense to me. Yeah, okay. All right,
I know it was less expensive.
Yeah, I bought the one. I bought the plans that have both of them in it, so I can make either one of them.
Oh, that's good. Have you looked at them yet?
Yeah, just a little bit. They're
Are they the same size, or is the 2-ring one smaller?
I don't know.
Okay.
That I haven't compared that. They're pretty. They're not very detailed plans.
Oh yeah.
But I think they're going to work all right.
Yeah. I my assumption is that he just took off the outer ring and that it's so it's physically smaller.
The 3-ring one is 21 inches across, so it's pretty good size.
Yeah. So that's my guess is that he just kind of eliminated that outer ring and changed everything
Yeah.
over. But I was thinking about it like these with the 3-ring ones. I think the 2-ring is the smarter way to do it anyway, because who cares what day of the week it is? Like if you got to go in there and you got to change stuff around and slide it around, I'll do the day, the month, and the day, but I'm not going to do the day of the week too. Like I would just want the day. So I guess that's me. That might just be me.
Dan says the 2-ring is smaller.
Is that okay? Yeah. So that's probably how he came up with that design. Then I'm guessing.
I think he said that one of the other things or other reasonings behind it was to lower the cost.
Yeah. He gets a lot of money for those things.
Yeah, he was like talking that even for the smaller version, it's like $200.
Yeah.
So good for him. Very good. Yeah, it's a good looking clock. I can't wait to see what you come up with, Paul.
Well, it'll be coming along.
Cool.
So are you going to add a Arduino or Pi to it with gears so it just automatically moves?
Well, I was thinking about adding some LEDs to it.
There you go.
But like Ryan knows, from one procrastinator to another, I'll be working on it.
Yep. Well, good deal. Well, yeah, it's a good looking project though.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. All right. Well, moving on then. We got Mr. Gatton just came out with this video today doing the toolpath for texture.
That whole project is kind of neat.
Yeah, it was a good project. You did a good job on this one. And used the old fence picket and did the Labrador on it, and I think it turned out great. I mentioned on his video that I like the thought of using a textured background because then it takes all the sanding out of it. Like it just there's no tooling marks from
let's clean up.
Yeah,
I love his saying. I'm not gonna lie. I love it.
Oh yeah,
dogs because people suck.
Yep.
We get to that texture area. But I've actually used that texturing before. And you're right. It makes a big difference. Makes the sign really pop, I think.
Oh yeah. It brings it to a totally different level. The you're making a sign for somebody and you put that textured background and it just kind of makes everything jump a little bit more.
He's even using a Jenny.
Yeah,
all of them.
Yeah. It's funny because Dave forgot what it was called. He's like, this V-bit Jenny. It's
60.
Jenny. It's the 60 groovy Jenny there, Dave. That's right.
I've wanted to use texture, but I always just kind of forget about it.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm like, that'd be cool. I guess squirrels.
Yeah.
There's the texturing on it.
Yeah, there it goes. That little Nemo Labs is tearing it up.
Oh, I love that little.
Yeah, that's a nice little machine.
I don't know. And it's sitting on a nice $10,000 assembly table. It's a good deal. Yeah, the project turned out pretty good though. Good deal. All right. So the last video for this week is our Now for Something Different video. Now I'm going to introduce everybody to a human being that you'll wonder why, one, I watch this guy's videos, and two, how you ever survived without watching this guy's videos. So, superhuman. I know it says humming, but he pronounces it superhuman. He's a backyard wrestler is the easiest way to put him in a box. So Superhuman does the exact same verbiage of his videos. His videos are all about 30 to a minute long. Just depends on what level of carnage it's going to. And he always says the exact same things in the videos. This one's for the Juggalos and Juggalettes, which is a Insane Clown Posse reference. And then he says, whoop, whoop, F this shit. And then he jumps on whatever it is that's out there. This one in particular, there was a baby pool, and I think there was a couple doors. There's, I don't know what there are Legos in that pool. There's, sometimes there's cheese graters. Sometimes there's light tubes. Sometimes he'll jump onto a cactus. All kinds of stuff. You can't just watch this one video though. After about like the first one, you're like, what the hell is Ryan talking about? Like this is bizarre. But after you watch about 4 or 5 of this, guys, I mean, granted, they're only 30 seconds long, right? So it's not like it's a whole long time commitment. You will start laughing your face off about this guy because his dad is the one that's filming the videos. And you can kind of tell when he really gets hurt. Every time I just watch. Oh, I love it. But yeah, he's a wonderful human. And I think he deserves
Entertainer.
more. Yeah, I started watching this kid when he had like maybe 1,000 followers on subscribers on YouTube, and now what's he at, Sean? He's over 300,000 something.
He's 337,000. He's got 13,000 views on this.
Yeah, so he's a wonderful human being, and I think he deserves more. So go ahead and watch him and enjoy yourselves. So
Exhibit A into why my wife did not want to have a boy.
You're not that bad.
There's times back. Sometimes I can watch the same video over and over again. Oh, it makes me laugh. He'll go. In this video, I'm gonna drink a bottle of hot sauce and run into a fence. and he'll open up a bottle of hot sauce and just start chugging it, and he's like, ah! And then he'll just run into a fence like full speed. Doesn't like your brain is going to tell you you're going to hit this fence. You need to like pull up a little bit. No, this kid does not pull up. He goes straight into the fence.
Oh lordy.
It's entertaining. I enjoy him. So give him a watch if you if you want to see what's great about America.
We're scary about it.
It's no wonder why other countries hate us. Humans like this guy around. It's awesome. Oh, it's so great. All right, let's poke my head in here and see if there's any comments or anything we need to. Like, I gotta wipe tears away from my eyes. I make me laugh so much. Oh, I love that kid. Oh.
Yeah, but aren't you glad he's not yours?
What was that?
Aren't you glad he's not yours?
Yeah, definitely.
Insurance.
Oh yeah.
Like.
Oh, it's pretty funny. Anyway. Here. FT Mans. I own my own 3D printing business, and you guys are doing great. Well, thank you, FT. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Those boat anchors should be donated to Marketplace. There you go. See, JR, see there. That's the joke of it all. That there is no channel membership on this channel. So,
Yeah.
yeah. There's little value to what we're doing now. So, let's see here. Trying to just glance through anything else. I don't really. I'm going to go back through all the rest of the comments and all that afterwards, and be able to take a few moments to actually read them. But all right, well, let's. I guess we'll get out of here and get moving on our weekend here. Mr. Corliss, you got anything else for us this evening?
No, nothing else going. I just putter along and see what comes up next. And
that's good. That's the way you got to be.
I got a whole pile of crap here, and whatever's on the top is what I work on.
That's it. That's the way you got to do it.
Well,
that's
yeah. And every once in a while, I go, wonder what that's to. And
I'm going to need that someday, and I don't know when. And as soon as you throw it out, it's like, shit, I needed that. Mr. Hammerquist, anything from you, sir?
Oh, have a good weekend. Stay cool. And LTT did their 3-month update. Remember that 3D printed water block and water cooling system we talked about?
Oh, yeah.
It's still running.
Well, there you go.
So
it's doing pretty good then. Awesome. What about you, Mr. Klondike? Anything else?
I'm curious. So I made it to 1, right? What's your scoreboard showing?
1. But don't.
Weird.
I got to go back. I got to go back to last weekend.
Oh, that
you'll run out of time.
real quick. I found the culprit.
Sure.
Bluetooth.
Hey, and what did I say after the show last week? I said it had. I was like, it's either that. It's one of those drivers.
Yeah. Ever since I unplugged it, it's been good since.
There we go. Now that you jinxed it.
Poof.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Cody.
Thank you, Mr. Cody. Appreciate it. Everybody make sure you go to jennybits.com, get yourself some Jenny Bits. He's got the 3/8 and the 1/2 inch big old
that new beast.
She got a thick girl. She's a thick Jenny. But good deal. All right. I think that's it for me too. I don't really have anything else except for I hope everybody has a great weekend. And go watch yourself some Superhuman. It'll change your life. So, all right, party people. Have a great weekend. Until next time, peace out, sauerkraut. Oh, my mouse is stuck. Oh, come on, you piece of garbage.